Does anyone else remember the weird vibe of the 2010s? Like, sometimes I think about it and I'm just like, what was up with all that? Like, apps with the gradients, apps with the gradients, Talking Tom. I don't know. For some reason, what always comes to mind is like the settings app logo, which like who the fuck cares about the settings app, you know? Especially when I was like 6 years old in the year 2010. But still, oh wait, oh yeah, I was. Oh my god, that scared me. Um, what was literally the games? Angry Birds. I remember, I have a very distinct memory of like laying on my bedroom floor for hours watching all of the Angry Birds shorts. There couldn't have been that many. I think I was just rewatching them over and over again. But like now they're on Netflix, I'm pretty sure. What kid is watching those? You know? You know? Like you have other options. If you have Netflix, why are you as a child watching the Angry Birds shorts? I didn't have those options. My dad was one of like the early Netflix adopters, but still he didn't pay for it regularly. We got like the free trial. So, I was watching cable. Not even cable actually. Whatever was free. I don't even know how that works. How does it work? Oh, I don't know how you get free channels. I don't know how that worked. But like sitting down on the floor, I was always sitting on the damn floor as a child. I'm still always sitting on the floor now. Me sitting in a chair right now is like a special case. But it's like sitting on the floor in front of the TV, 6 a.m. Why was I waking up so early as a child? I don't know, but my parents were asleep, so it had to have been early. And like watching cartoons. What I'm trying to say is being a child who grew up in like the 2010s, weird experience overall. Like, and not enough people are talking about this because they're all technically like um young. And what young person is gonna be like a loser and sit down in front of a camera and be like, remember your childhood? Actually, that's literally so many video essays, which I appreciate them. Like, oh my god, all the Webkins video essays, all the Club Penguin, all the Animal Jam. Doesn't it feel a little too early to be nostalgic for this? And yet I am. I am so desperately nostalgic. I've been nostalgic since I was like 14. So literally year 2020. In the year 2020, I was feeling nostalgic for the 2010s. Bro was literally only a few years away from the 2010s. Well, I mean, like mid 2010s. Bro was only 1 year away, actually, legally, 1 year away from the 2010s. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say is the vibes were weird. The vibes were so weird. Like, yet again, another memory of being on the floor. I was like sitting on the floor with my cousins at one point when I was probably like 8, and we were like making up a song about like jelly beans. We were like making up a song about jelly beans. It was like a parody of the Spider-Man theme song. And so we looked up the Spider-Man theme song on YouTube and it had the old ass logo. The TV, the old ass TV. Does anyone remember the old ass TV? Yeah, you fucking do. Yeah, you fucking do. I know you fucking do. What was that all about? I don't know. It's just like sometimes I just like think about like how strange of a time that was, and I can like feel the way I felt back then, and it feels like cold in a way. Not like I had a bad childhood. It had nothing to do with my childhood. It was like the technology of the time, like even though it kind of had more personality in it, like the way it looked and the way it worked, it just feels so weird to think about. It was like the early iPhone with all the like, there was so much more detail and everything. Gradients were so big back then, but like thinking about using that feels like not empty, but like echoey, you know? It feels like so different from what we have now. but like in an almost unnerving way. I need to know if someone else feels this way because I think about this a lot. Like a lot. Like another memory, laying on the fucking floor. I was always on the floor. Literally, did I ever sit in a chair as a child? I don't know. But I was laying on the floor underneath my kitchen table and I put a blanket over it to like make it into a fort. And I was watching like clips of Gravity Falls on YouTube Kids. Anyone remember YouTube Kids? Shout out YouTube Kids. And it was like, remember when you could just like straight up watch full episodes of stuff on YouTube? Like YouTube has really cracked down on that. Used to, me and my mom would watch like Good Luck Charlie, Jessie. We would just like go on YouTube and find whatever episodes were available. And yeah, they were like super low quality or like high pitched or whatever, but we would watch them anyway. It's actually weird because as a kid I was like really, I don't know, I was really weird about watching stuff with my parents. I still kind of am. I'm just weird about like watching anything while anyone else is around unless you've like, I don't know. Like with my friends, I guess I'm not that weird about it. But like if I'm watching something and then someone comes into the room, I immediately pause it as if I've like gotten caught. So what I'm saying is, I'm an adult now. And when I think about the vibe of the technology in the 2010s, I get scared. I like had an iPod Touch as a kid and it had this little case with like replaceable dots. It was like, I don't know, a grid of dots and you could like take them out and replace them. But I never did because I found a design I liked and I never wanted to change it. Does that say something about me? I don't like change, I think. Like I do, but I don't. Like it's fun to try new things, but also it is so terrifying when things change. I mean, whenever I moved up here, literally for the first 2 months, up until like 2 weeks ago, maybe less, I was so desperate to move home because it's just like, this is something different. This is something new. Oh my God, this is scary. I was like deeply depressed and I'm still coming out of that, but or I'm not, or I'm just having a good moment right now and I'm gonna go back to it. I hope not, but it's just like I was having the worst time of my entire life, and I think it's just because I can't handle change. But what other 2010 kids can relate? That's what I'm trying to talk about. Do you remember the Talking Angela scandal? I know you fucking do. There's no way you don't. When everyone thought there was like a man in her eyes, I have just always thought, even as a kid, I thought, even though I was terrified, because of course I was a very scared child, I always thought, if they're like trying to spy on you through this app, why would they show you in her eyes that like a man is watching you, you know? Why wouldn't they just like keep that to themselves? I have a lot of memories of like the talking games as a kid. Like the fucking Ben, you remember that guy? Those macaroodles, whatever he was eating out of the can. I don't know what those were. They looked so delicious. I wanted to eat it so bad. I wanted it so bad. I wanted it worse than I want Mr. John Flansburgh of They Might Be Giants. I wanted it so bad. Dress up games. There was this one game where I don't remember what it was called. I could probably find it if I like scrolled on my like past apps that I've had. I love that iPhone. I don't know if they do this on other phones, but on iPhones you can like see apps that you've had in the past, and it goes back to like the beginning of whenever you first got your first device. And I got my iPod Touch probably when I was like 4. I don't know how old I was. I had to be really young though, because that was a formative stage of my life. I'll tell you that. There was this game that like, I don't know, it was like My Fashion Runway Star or some crazy name like that. And I would always get stuck on the same level every time I tried to play it because the theme was boho and I didn't know what the fuck that meant. So every time I would just like put on clothes that I thought would look cool, and they would always go, "This isn't boho, this is giving hobo." Sorry, I wouldn't say that usually, but I was like, oh, I think about that a lot. Does anyone remember when Whole Foods used to sell chocolates shaped like grand pianos? Those were so fucking cool. I got one of those for Christmas one year, and I also got a 3DS for Christmas that year, and I took a picture of it on my 3DS, and I think that's like the best picture I've ever taken. I desperately wish that I could have that picture back, because that was just a work of art. I can imagine it, like the extreme yellow tint of the 3DS camera with like my little chocolate shaped like a grand piano sitting on the floor. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Sorry, I got an email. I wasn't leaning in for a kiss. Oh, it's raining. How delightful. Also, the trash is getting picked up. Oh my god. Here's one. You remember? Who fucking remembers? Comment down below if you remember the Katy Perry Rhythm Game app. There were only 2 free songs. The rest you had to pay for, and I never paid for anything as a kid. My parents disabled in-app purchases because they were smart, because otherwise I would have been paying for everything. I would have been paying for the Katy Perry Rhythm Game. But one of the songs was what's that called? It's like kiss me, kiss me. That song. Extraterrestrial. Oh my god. I would just play that same rhythm game, Extraterrestrial, for hours. You've got to tell me. I've tried to find it on the App Store. I've tried to find like videos of it. I've tried to find it everywhere. I cannot find any evidence that this game existed. Genuinely. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places. But I'm telling you, there was a Katy Perry rhythm game. Unless it wasn't Katy Perry themed, unless it was actually just a normal rhythm game, but only the Katy Perry songs were free. But I can remember what it looked like. It was like pink and purple and sparkly, and I would go, kiss me, kiss me, you know? Oh my god, I was such a big Katy Perry fan as a kid. Katy Perry and Selena Gomez were my 2 beautiful women that I loved. Oh my god, Selena Gomez in Wizards of Waverly Place, genuinely my lesbian awakening. Oh my lord. But, oh wow, it's raining hard. I need to be doing homework right now. Should I be doing that? I have a lot of homework due tomorrow. Chat. And I have a job. I have a fucking job now. Raise your hand if you have a job. Comment down below if you have a job. I work at Target. Fucking Target. Let me out of this prison. Anyways, I feel like those are like most of my thoughts. Like I have a million thoughts actually. I have so many fucking thoughts. I have undiagnosed ADHD. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, raise your hand if you remember the Mommy and Gracie show. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Gracie uses a different name now, but I don't know their name, so I'm sorry. It's just the Mommy show now. But the Mommy show. Sorry. I didn't mean that. I no disrespect to her. But I love that channel so much. Cookies will see, everyone remembers her, but only the real remember the Mommy and Gracie show, okay? Raining like a whole ass hurricane out there. Well, I think that's my cue to sign off. Ew! I didn't like that. I think that's my cue to leave. I hope you liked this video. I didn't actually fucking say anything in this video, so I hope you liked it. Goodbye. You're talking a lot, but you're not saying anything.